So apparently, what is being expressed is this never moves. Nothing has ever occurred. Nothing has ever happened. Nothing has ever moved. Everything that moves is an appearance. Everything that flickers in and out is an illusion, a movement. There's no closer or further from what is. There's no measurement. There are no almost there to what is. This is the full stop. No backwards and no forwards. No before and after. This intimacy has no other. There's no there. There's no here. This location, less stillness, is bare. It's stripped naked. There are no other moments. This is perfectly still. It's like an infinite now, not as an idea, not as a knowing, with a never-ending wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is not moving. Nothing has ever moved. Nothing has ever changed. It's always been this way. And there's no comparison. No such thing as comparison. This appearance comes and goes, but they're only appearances. It's like traveling on a plane, seemingly going from one distance to thousands of miles, yet nothing has ever moved. It's like seeking. From the very beginning of seeking, glimpses, whatever seems to happen, lacking. This is not true. Nothing has ever happened. Nothing has ever happened. It's simply, completely, obviously that without these appearances, in the absence of thoughts, in the absence of the idea of seeking, in the absence of absence, nothing has ever moved. This is completely still. It's a mystery. Not a paradox, but like a paradox, but this is stillness. In this stillness, there seems to be an idea of, I got this, I don't got this, almost there. There was a glimpse. Something happened. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. There's this mythology of beginning and ending, kind of like the mythology of Genesis and then the Armageddon, the apocalypse. But those are just stories. There seems to be that stories like flipping pages, but nothing has ever occurred. What seemingly is occurring, this seeming happening, this seeming talking, and trying to express that nothing has ever happened, is a conundrum. It can't be thought of. It can't be imagined. It's unspeakable. It's unknowable. There's no, I know this. No. Who knows this? It's impossible. All illusion is a movement. Everything that will come up will be a thought, including that, and that, and that, and that. But since they're just appearances, this is the immovable home, the unknowable isness. It's like, again, traveling, speeding through a highway and nothing is moving. But it can't be caught because what's trying to grasp it is moving. What's trying to recognize it is a movement, is an appearance. It's a flicker, it's a thought, it's an idea, it's a concept, it's a belief. All of those are appearances. Nothing has changed. It's always this. It's completely this. Full stop, full stop, full stop. And seemingly, there's going to be movements or appearances of movements. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't see stillness. I don't see the full stop. This is beyond comprehension, and it's not something that knows it here, or something that it doesn't know it there, because here and there are just movements. And seemingly, there's this seeking, like a merry-go-round that goes in a circle over and over again, but it is completely still. Nothing has ever moved. This is stripping everything naked. This is peeling off the paint. This could be boring because nothing has ever moved. And when it's expressed that it's always been this way, it's the stillness of everything. It's the perfection. Judgments, critiques, ideas, thoughts. It's like a dream, isn't it? In the dream, a nighttime dream, for example, there's going to be an explosion of thoughts and colors and all of this kind of stuff. And yet, when there's a seeing that what seemed to have happened, that was based on a reality, that's based on a thought, that's based on nothing. So nothing has ever moved. No one has ever died. No one has ever been born. No one has ever known. Simply no one, simply not two. Every single movement, every single thought that arises, every single knowing, or even a misunderstanding or frustration is a movement. And there's nothing wrong with movements. But as a reminder again, although it seems like all of this is just an explosion of movement, a pulsating, a flickering, a going in and out, I feel like a me, but sometimes I'm a bee. Meing and being. It's just movements. There's no such thing as a meing or a being. These are just appearances. This is immeasurable because nothing has ever moved. This never moves. When it's expressed that it's just this, full stop. Simply this, full stop. And there's a grabbing it, like, what's this? Is it somewhere here? Is it there? Is it? Where can I find this? It's this, nothing. It is not a koan. It's not a secret. It's not an understanding. It's not a knowing. It's not like I almost got this figured out. But nothing has ever moved. It goes back into that clean slate. The clean slate that cannot be changed. It's like writing on an etch sketch, like one of those paper. There can be written everything, like it could be the history, the mystery of life. The moment that you pull out the screen, nothing has ever been written. There are no scriptures to this. There's no wisdom. It may appear as this wise fool saying that there's nothing has ever moved, but those are just words. Those are just movements and expressing what is already obvious. And before you get to think of what is obvious, that's a movement. That's a trying to grasp it, that's trying to understand it. But this unknowable stillness has never changed. Has always been here. But there's no here, because that's just, where's here? Here, here, here. In this unmovable here. So the world might collapse, the sun might die, new planets might be born, but nothing has ever moved. So there might be seeking, there might be an ending of seeking, but nothing has ever moved.